Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're taking a look at Golgari Bond in history format. So this is going to be a Golgari mid-range deck. We're going to be taking advantage of this card called Hardened Bonds, which is whenever a +1/+1 counter is put onto a creature, seek a creature card, and then that card perpetually gets +1/+1. This ability triggers only once each turn. So we're going to be playing with a new card called Super Shredder, but we're only going to be playing 2 copies of it just because in this format, we only got Prismatic Vista, but alongside of Prismatic Vista, we also have 3 copies of Ghost Quarter, which can also trigger the Super Shredder, giving it 2 counters if you blow up opponent's land, or you can even blow up your own land to trigger another card that we're going to be playing that also triggers the Hardened Bonds, which is this card called Psychic Cub. This card has a landfall effect that puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature, and if it's the second time it triggered, it's going to double the counters. So you can even Ghost Quarter yourself to make this happen, but we also play 2 copies of Iceland Explorer, which can let you play 2 lands per turn, and you can also play a land from the graveyard. So we got a couple of ways of actually triggering the Psychic Cub. In turn, we're also going to be drawing another card from the Hardened Bonds if you put +1/+1 counter on that turn. Otherwise, we also have this card called Badger Mole Cub. Badger Mole Cub also has Earthbending 1, can also put a +1/+1 counter because the Earthbending says you make the land into a 0/0 creature and then you put a +1/+1 counter. So that's also going to trigger the Hardened Bonds, which is actually really cool. And lastly, we have this card called Urobroid. It's a 4-mana card, and it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, where X is this card's power. What's really cool is if you pair this card up with another card called Sidekick Cub, you can actually put +1/+1 counters onto the Urobroid. The Urobroid is going to grow in power, and it's going to pump all your creatures even more power, and at the same time, that's also going to trigger the Hardened Bonds, and it's going to constantly generate more creatures into your hand. So that's going to be the plan with this deck. So Hangsa, I'm going to be hopping over to some history best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop over. Ooh, Hardened Bonds. I think the Lighted Halfling is probably better going first, since we can go Hardened Bond. Oh, we can't do that. It just got destroyed anyways. Okay, so this is a Jund Goyf. Jund Goyf. Another halfling. Okay, we're gonna need some... a Pyrogoyf, okay. Oh, that's a good one. Wow, we actually won. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, we're gonna need a Dismember. We're also gonna need Fuse. And I actually might want 1 copy of a Toxic Deluge. I'm gonna cut 1 copy of an Iceland Explorer. Super Shredder. What to cut? Like we gotta cut 2 cards, but I'm not even sure what to cut here. I kind of want to keep the Super Shredder because it's new. Do we keep this? It's so good. It's actually so good. If we get a land. Yeah, if we get a land, it's just so good. In which case we did. Excellent. Jarsoul. Probably a Jarsoul coming out. Nope, it's a Barrogoyf. And we just got a Fatal Push. Unfortunately, we can't really play the Hardened Bond first. I wish we could've, but we couldn't. No. Okay, we need one more land. Abrupt Decay, that's not bad. Oh god. Please go away. Land? Not that kind of land. Thoughtseize. I mean, Pyrogoyf is more threatening than Giganta. I will say that much. Giganta comes out. Ooh, that's a good one. A Fatal Push. Okay, apparently we win. GG's. This could work. Ponder. I need to see something like a Badgermole Cub. That'd be nice. Manamorphous. Oh, is this Phoenix? Could be Phoenix. Oh, they're so lucky. They're so lucky. I played like 20 matches with Phoenix, and I've never turned to Arclight Phoenix. That's how lucky that is. Yeah, that's how lucky that is. No, my Baragoyf. I think we're dead. I think we're probably dead. The Baragoyf is just gonna be too small. Oh, they even play Chain Lightning. Alright, I think we're probably dead then. I'm just gonna play this Fatal Push because I want to put it in the graveyard. But we're dead. Okay, so Abrupt Decay seems pretty bad from the looks of it. We do have a Ooze and Surgical, so hopefully that'll get us there. These are not gonna do anything. Besides that, I don't think there is anything here. Okay, well, this could be a really bad hand, but we do have a Hardened Bond with the Super Shredder, so... Who knows? Who knows? Super Shredder, don't crack the Vista. Let it stick. No, they know about the tech. Opponent knows about the tech. Okay, for some reason they brought Surgical. I don't know why. Strange. Very strange indeed. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Do we play too many lands? I wonder if we play too many lands. Yeah, I mean, we could be playing a little bit too many lands. 24? Yeah, I guess 24 is a lot. Let's go down to 20... 23. Yeah, let's go down to 23. Demi Lich. Yeah, let's go down to 23. Yeah, we got the Hardened Bond. The Hardened Bond. I'm actually going to start with the Hardened Bond just because opponent's playing Giganta. It could be like a Jund. Nice. So we got the Hardened Bond already down on the battlefield. So they're playing Croxa. Opponent's playing Croxa. Surprised they went with the Croxa when they could have just played the Thoughtseize. Might as well save life since they're gonna be able to Thoughtseize next turn anyways. Okay. Maybe I should have thought these then. I was worried about the Crocs. That's a lot of lands. We just cut a land too. Oh, they didn't even play a land. No! Maybe I can... We have another swamp, right? Fatal push. Oh, wow. That's a good one. No! Probably don't want to kill this. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. It's still a 4-5, which is kind of crazy, by the way. I mean, I just attacked both, right? Seems good. No, I can't play it. Let's say they block only one of them. If I attack both. I'll go to 10 life here. I think we probably attack with... Let's say I attack with both. They're gonna have to block the Barragoyf here. If they block the Barragoyf with the Jar Soul, I go to 10. And Croxa can attack for 7+3, but we have a Uroboroid. And we might be able to get another card if they block with the Jar Soul. Since the Super Shredder can grow. Close game. Okay, if you're missing out. Okay, good pickup. What a pickup there. I should block because it's going to give me another creature with the Super Shredder. I think we're dead. We just drew no lands. You know what's funny? Like, supposedly, Hardened Bond thinning out the creatures should technically give me more lands, theoretically. But we just drew nothing but more creatures on top of, you know, it's actually crazy. I don't get this attack. They should be attacking with all of them. I don't have good blocks here, so they should be just attacking with all of them. But because of this play... Going to 5. Oh, finally we get a Prismatic Vista, but like... Sheesh, so late. Right, Baraglyph comes out. Might be dead if they can somehow get rid of this Baraglyph. If that last card is exactly Prismatic Vista plus a Fatal Push, I guess we lose. Okay, thank God. So it's still a 6/7, which is pretty good. Is there any utility lands? Oh, there's a Nurturing Peat land. Aw. Well, opponents still can't attack. We probably just sit back here. Or I can probably crack this to draw and then just play again. Okay, good mills. Haha. Do we cash out on the Baraglyph? They can just block with the Crocs up plus their 2-mana card. Then we'll probably have to chump block. I don't think so. Oh, maybe I should have. Oh, I should have attacked. No, I should have attacked. Since it could be a Pyroglyph too. I should have attacked. So if I lose this one, it's probably on me. I mean, we have no choice. Even if it's a Fatal Push. So they did draw a Fatal Push. Looking a little bit sus right now. Oh no. What's happening? We can't just like draw only lands, right? Apparently we can. We're somehow dodging all the permanents and only drawing lands here. Okay, there we go. 18 cards remaining, by the way. And we have 6 more lands left in the deck. I'm gonna try to go for the win. Let's see if it pays off. So we kill one. We just need to create a scenario where, you know, even if they have... I feel like we should be able to win here. So they use a removal spell. I still deal 6 damage. Unless it's like double removal spell. In which case we're probably gonna die. Oh, right. We got there. That was a long game, by the way. We're gonna have Ooze. We got the Scavenging Ooze and the Ooze combo. We're gonna go second, so have a Toxic Deluge. I'm gonna minus the Ice Still Explorer. And maybe another Abrupt Decay, but I'm not really sure. Might be a little bit too much having this many Abrupt Decays. Yeah, potentially. I think I'm gonna go like this. Hardened Bond. It's so sick. No. How could you? My plan with the Hardened Bond. Alright, so play this, and we're gonna play Ooze, and then we're going to get rid of a Hardened... We're gonna get rid of a Haywire Might. It's pretty important that we got rid of this. Okay, man, everything is so good here. But I think I have to get rid of the Uroboroid. What are we... Is it the Ghost Quarter? Maybe it's actually the Ghost Quarter here. Okay, Scavenging Ooze gone. That kind of sucks, actually. I think opponent just drew this, probably. Another Abrupt Decay comes out. Okay, another Jar Soul. They're actually going down on a lot of life here. Oh, I mean, that actually might be game. Since even if they do board wipe, they're just dead, right? Because even if it's like a Toxic Deluge. Also, Nurturing Peatland, that also kills them. Okay. Oh no. There we go. I love Hardened Bond. Keeping this Uroboroid might be a bit greedy. No, my Hardened Bond. No, my Hardened Bond. That kinda sucks. Okay, it's a Sorin deck. Takenuma. Oh, what a pickup. That's not even fair. As I say that. You go back to the graveyard again. Maybe I probably want to distribute in case they, like, you know, get a removal spell. Ooh, Baragoyf. That's gonna be helpful next turn. I'm guessing the Takenuma is gonna come out here. Opponent goes to 5. Peddler is a good card. They're dead, actually. Okay, so dealing with the combo deck. Deus. I think the Fatal Push is probably bad in this matchup. I'll have a Dismember for Belmerk and their Vampire. And I'll cut a nice Still Explorer. Boom. Yeah, that's a mulligan. So this could be a Sorin turn. Yeah, it could be a Sorin turn. What do we do? I kind of want to bait out opponent from, you know, playing a Sorin here, so we can waste their mana here. Calling Ritual. Kinda bad, actually. They didn't play Sorin. We need a Graveyard Hate. Like the Scavenging Ooze. Felia. Should we call Felia? I feel like we call Felia. Because that's the only information that we know. And opponent didn't play a Sorin that turn. So I feel like that's probably smart. Because if they had Sorin, I think you just play it immediately. Last turn. Also, what about a Bajuka Ball? What? They still had a Sorin. They must have drawn this, right? They must have drawn this. Okay, it's just a Vona. It's still a pretty big threat. It's also 5 on the card. Our Dismember got destroyed, so I'm not really sure how we're gonna deal with this thing. I kinda need some help here. Like a Baragoi, for instance. another Sorin. They have another Vampire. Okay, that actually might be game. That actually might be game. Okay, so Abrupt Decays are also kind of bad against them. So I guess Blood Sheep's Thirst might have to do it. Alright. Wonderful hand. Okay, so they got a bunch of... They got Fatal Push, Emperor Bones. I'll get rid of a Fatal Push. Okay, excellent. This does actually kind of complicate things though, because of it is going to shrink the Barrogoyf potentially. I wonder if I should actually play the Sightcat Cub instead. Probably not, right? Oh, it's okay. We can still kill the Sorin here. And we'll play the Super Shredder. And we'll attack you and attack you. So they're letting go of Sorin here. This is actually not good because of the Vein Ripper. Might die because of it. Hmm. It's nothing in the graveyard. It does shrink the Barrogoyf. It's just kind of depends on if they decide to attack with the Vein Ripper here. That'd be kind of problematic if they attack with the Vein Ripper. A Disruptor Flute. See what happens. So I can Ghost Quarter myself to grow the Sightcat Cub as well. Kind of just depends on like what this last card is. Like if it's like a removal spell, it's kind of bad. It was Ophelia. They are going to chump block. Is there a land in the graveyard? There is. I can still do the Ghost Quarter here. So 5, 9. I think we just want to grow the Barrogoyf so that we gain more life, right? It just depends, like, do I want to Disruptor Flute here? On the Emperor Bones. Maybe not. Let's say they have a Sorin. And then they fling this thing. 6, 8, 11. I think I'm just going to call Emperor Bones here. All right, we got there. Okay, oh, Hearted Bond, Hearted Bond. Landor Elf. Well, I guess I'm playing Thoughtseize first then. Kira's gone. We'll go with the Hardened Bond into the Lighted Halfling. And we'll go into Uroboroid. Yeah, they're just playing a bunch of fatties on the battlefield. So I'm gonna be taking another additional 8 damage here. Okay, we need a removal spell for this card. They should have actually... I don't know if they should have actually played this. They should have probably plotted. Play you. Okay, we have a blocker. We do have a blocker. Let's tap it correctly. Double Cavalier. Okay, we go to Comfy 3. We go to a Comfy 3. I want to be able to tackle the Psychic Cup this turn. Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed the swamp last turn. I think I might have made a mistake, but what I think that was actually lethal. Was it actually lethal? I mean, they would have to chump block the Sidehead Cub and the Super Shredder, and both of them are gonna be growing above 20 damage, right, with the Urobroid right now. Like, this is gonna grow to a 24, this is gonna grow into a 12 plus 9, 21. That is actually kind of crazy. Right, we want double Toxic Deluge against this matchup. They spam the board quite a bit. What else? I think the Abrupt Decay might be decent because it gets rid of like Troll, Polucrano, Trailblazer, and there's also Kiora, right? Maybe a copy of Dismember as well. What to get rid of? I think I'm going to get rid of a double Ice Steel Explorer. And maybe a copy of a Halfling. Since that'll be reactive. I'm gonna have a reactive hand with like Fatal Pushes. Thought Seizes going second, so I think the Lighted Halfling becomes a little bit worse. That's a mulligan. That's a keep. Nykthos and a Fanatic of Rona. Since I'm not really doing much here, I'll probably just dismember this thing. Ooh, Kiora.
Don't mind if I take my octopus for a walk?
Sidekick Cub. Definitely not in a good spot. Definitely not in a good spot. I hope opponent just plays a Fanatic of Brona here. That'd be actually pretty sweet. Thank God. If that is all... And the Kyora's dead, right? Nice! Alright, so... my sideboard and even potentially like the main board has been kind of evolving every single match. But I think I'm pretty happy with the final product I have right now. At the start, we started with the 24 lands and then kind of went down to 23. But it seems like that's kind of the sweet spot. Potentially you actually might want to have another copy of a Nurturing Peatland. Maybe instead of a Ghost Quarter, although Ghost Quarter actually has been absolutely amazing so far. So I'm also not really sure. The reason why the Ghost Quarter... So if you've been watching, we've been doing some Ghost Quarter shenaniganery with the Psychic Cub. It's been actually so good. So, I mean, maybe it's just 2 copies of Peatland is fine. Maybe 3 copies is a little bit too greedy. But yeah, the Ghost Quarter has been absolutely amazing. We haven't even been destroying opponents' lands at all. We've been actually destroying our own land to get back a swamp or a forest on the battlefield to trigger the Psychic Cub. Like, it's been so fun. I was kind of contemplating whether or not we should even be playing the Psychic Cub because it's going to be so hard to trigger the landfall twice every single turn. But with the help of Ice Steel Explorer, Ghost Quarters, and the Prismatic Vista, it's been actually pretty good. And not to mention, paired up with the Uroboroid, it can get absolutely nasty. It can get super nasty with these cards. And the Baragoyf getting extra cards or the lifelink portion of this card has been absolutely helpful. I've also added one copy of the Scavenging Ooze instead of another copy of Super Shredder. And this card would have been actually pretty good if it didn't get discarded all the time. So I guess it's a pretty good threat if it's getting discarded all the time. And honestly, the All-Star, the Hardened Bonds. This card actually has been absolutely amazing. Constantly drawing cards, right? Especially against Jund. If you have a Hardened Bonds, they're gonna be constantly thought seizing you, and you just keep getting back cards, getting that card advantage against a Jund opponent. The card's been absolutely insane. The Delighted Halfling. So the other card that you can play instead of the Delighted Halfling is the Ignoble Hierarch, and I feel like I probably should be playing Ignoble Hierarch. Probably. So that's another card that's getting replaced there. Since the only card that the Delighted Halfling protects is a Super Shredder. In this format, unlike Timeless, like there's no like 1 damage pings. So Ignoble Hierarch is probably better here. Yeah, I think the deck came out super sick. The Vexing Bubble. This is probably... So I have these copies for the Affinity matchup, but I don't think it's that great. They have Mox Opal and Ornithopter. Maybe we should have another Calling Ritual. Also, there's been a lot of Sorin decks today. So potentially, we might want a Bitter Triumph. And potentially this Bloodship Thirst should be... This is for the Aura matchup. Nowhere to Run. And I think that's it. We're gonna go with this. I think it looks perfect. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.